Hello friends, welcome to Englitminds. Good morning to all of you. Have a productive and wonderful day ahead. Today we will discuss on Paradise Lost by John Milton. John Milton's Paradise Lost is a monumental epic that explores the profound themes of temptation, fall and redemption, set in a cosmic battle between good and evil. The poem chronicles the rebellion of Satan, his fall from heaven, and the subsequent fall of Adam and Eve. Milton's masterful use of blank verse, intricate characterizations, and philosophical reflection on free will, divine justice, and human suffering make it a timeless work of literary brilliance. With its rich allusions and deep theological insights, Paradise Lost continues to captivate readers, provoking discussion on the nature of good will, evil, and human agency. Paradise Lost is an epic poem by John Milton that tells the story of humanity fall from grace. The narrative begins with Satan's rebellion in heaven, leading to his expulsion and fall into hell. Seeking revenge, Satan convinces a group of fallen angels to join him, corrupting God's newest creation, humankind. Satan enters the Garden of Eden, where he decides Eve into eating the forbidden fruit, which leads to downfall of both Eve and Adam. The poem explores theme of free will, temptation, sin and redemption, ultimately portraying humanity's fall and God's promise of salvation through Christ. पैराडाइज लॉस्ट जॉन मिल्टन का प्रसिद्ध महाकाव्य है जो मानवता के आदिम पतन और परमेश्वर के न्याय के सिद्धांत पर आधारित है। इस महाकाव्य में कुल 12 पुस्तकें हैं और इसकी शुरुआत स्वर्ग में ईश्वर के साम्राज्य में उपजे विद्रोह से होती है। यह कहानी एडम और ईव के स्वर्ग से निष्कासन और उसकी उत्पत्ति के पीछे धार्मिक और दार्शनिक पहलुओं की गहरी चर्चा करती है। कहानी की शुरुआत में जब स्वर्ग में भगवान के खिलाफ एक महान विद्रोह होता है, उस विद्रोह का नेता होता है लूसीफर, जो बाद में सैटन बन जाता है। सैटन, जो पहले स्वर्ग के महानतम देवदूतों में से एक था, भगवान के आदेशों को न मानते हुए उनसे बगावत करता है। वह और उनके साथी देवदूत यह मानते हैं कि वे भगवान के समान शक्तिशाली हैं और उनकी प्रभुता को चुनौती देते हैं। इसके परिणाम स्वरूप भगवान उन्हें स्वर्ग से नर्क भेज देते हैं। नर्क में गिरने के बाद सैटन के मन में बदले की भावना भर जाती है और वह तय करता है कि अब वह इंसानों को भी अपने साथ नर्क में खींचेगा। इस तरह सैटन के दिल में इंसानों को धोखा देने और उन्हें पाप के मार्ग पर ले जाने का विचार उत्पन्न होता है। इसके बाद वह नर्क से बाहर निकलता है और पृथ्वी पर जाने का रास्ता ढूंढता है, जहाँ भगवान ने मनुष्य एडम और ईव को अपने रूप में बना दिया था। सैटन को इस बात पर गुस्सा आता है क्योंकि भगवान ने इंसान को अपनी तरह एक स्वतंत्र प्राणी बनाया था, जिसमें स्वाभाविक रूप से अच्छाई और बुराई को चुनने की क्षमता थी। सैटन को लगता है कि यदि वह इंसान को पाप में डुबो देता है तो वह भगवान के प्रेम और न्याय का मजाक उड़ा सकेगा। सैटन पृथ्वी पर पहुंचता है और भगवान के बनाए स्वर्गीय उद्यान एडम में घुसता है, जहां एडम और ईव रहते हैं। वह सबसे पहले ईव को प्रलोभित करता है, जो स्वर्ग के आदेश का उल्लंघन करने के लिए तैयार नहीं थी। वो उसे बताता है कि अगर वह भगवान के द्वारा निषेध किए गए फल को खा लेगी तो अंततः ज्ञान प्राप्त होगा और वह भगवान के समान हो जाएगी। ईव उसकी बातों में आकर फल खा लेती है। इसके बाद एडम को भी उसे खाने के लिए मनाती है। एडम अपने प्यार और प्रेम में बहकर फल खा लेता है। दोनों ने यह पाप किया और वे भगवान के खिलाफ हो गए थे। इस पाप के परिणाम स्वरूप एडम और ईव को स्वर्ग से निष्कासित कर दिया गया। वे अब नर्क में पड़ने के लिए तैयार थे क्योंकि पाप ने उनकी नासमझी और निर्दोषता को छीन लिया था। स्वर्ग का यह अपवित्रीकरण ही मानवता का पहला पाप था और इसका परिणाम यह था कि अब मनुष्य को पाप, दुख और मृत्यु का सामना करना होगा। लेकिन यह कहानी खत्म नहीं होती। पैराडाइज लॉस्ट में भगवान की महिमा और न्याय का महत्वपूर्ण चित्रण है। भगवान को पता था कि मनुष्य अपने स्वाभाविक पापपूर्ण प्रवृत्तियों के कारण गिरेंगे, लेकिन इसके बावजूद उन्हें स्वतंत्र इच्छा दी। भगवान का मानना था कि स्वतंत्र इच्छा ही सच्ची और अच्छाई और भलाई को प्राप्त करने का रास्ता है। जब एडम और ईव का पाप पूरी तरह से स्वीकार हो जाता है तो भगवान का एकमात्र पुत्र ईसा मसीह, सन ऑफ गॉड, उनकी मुक्ति का उपाय करते हैं। ईसा का आना इस पूरी कथा का चमत्कारी मोड़ होता है। वह मनुष्य के पापों को अपने ऊपर लेकर उन्हें माफ करने के लिए तैयार होते हैं और इस तरह एक नई उम्मीद की किरण पैदा होती है। ईसा का बलिदान मानवता के प्रति उद्धार का प्रतीक बन जाता है और यह दिखाता है कि भगवान की इच्छाओं के विरुद्ध भले ही मनुष्य ने पाप किया हो, लेकिन वह अंततः पश्चाताप और न्याय के माध्यम से उद्धार पा सकता है। कहानी का अंत एडम और ईव के पृथ्वी पर जीवन के साथ होता है, और जो अब उनके पाप का परिणाम है। वे दुखों और कष्टों और मृत्यु के साथ जीवन जीते हैं, लेकिन इसके साथ ही यह भी दिखाया गया है कि उनके लिए एक रास्ता अभी है जो ईसा के बलिदान से हो सकता है। यह बताता है कि हर पाप का एक परिणाम होता है, लेकिन हर पाप के पीछे संभावित मुक्ति का मार्ग भी है जो सच्चे विश्वास और त्याग से खुलता है। पैराडाइज लॉस्ट केवल एक काव्य नहीं है, बल्कि एक गहरी दार्शनिक चर्चा है जो मानवता, भगवान के न्याय, पाप और मुक्ति के सिद्धांतों को छूती है। यह काव्य दिखाता है कि मानवता के पतन के बावजूद भगवान का प्रेम और न्याय हमेशा अडिग रहता है। यह न केवल धार्मिक दृष्टिकोण से महत्वपूर्ण, बल्कि यह स्वतंत्र इच्छा, अच्छे और बुरे के बीच संघर्ष और मानवीय प्रवृत्तियों को भी सामने लाता है। यह हमें यह समझने में मदद करता है कि हमारे कार्यों के परिणाम, लेकिन अगर हम सच्चे दिल से पश्चाताप करें तो उद्धार हमेशा संभव है। इस महाकाव्य में मिलने वाले सिद्धांत आज भी हमें सिखाते हैं कि मानवता की वास्तविकता केवल पाप और शाप में नहीं, बल्कि मुक्ति और सुधार की दिशा में भी है। Important characters in Paradise Lost: Satan, the central antagonist, once a high-ranking angel named Lucifer, who leads a rebellion against God and it cast into hell, the becomes the embodiment of pride, vengeance, and evil. Adam, the first human created by God. Adam represents innocent rationality and free will. His fall into sin, influenced by Eve, is a pivotal moment in the poem. Eve, the first woman created from Adam's rib, Eve is portrayed as curious and more easily deceived by Satan, leading to the original sin. God, the omnipotent and benevolent creator who rules over heaven and earth, he represents divine justice, mercy, and the concept of free will. The Son, Jesus Christ, the divine figure who represents salvation and the foretold to redeem mankind through his sacrifice. Beelzebub, Satan's second in command, is a powerful fallen angel who plays a key role in the rebellion and subsequent fall. Mammon, a fallen angel who advocates the eternal rebellion and believes in the pursuit of material wealth and glory. Sin, a female character who is both Satan's daughter and his companion in hell, representing the consequences of evil action. Death, Sin's son, who plays a crucial role in spreading the effects of sin and death across the world. The archangels, Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel, high-ranking angels who serves God. Raphael warns Adam and Eve about Satan. Michael shows Adam a vision of the future, and Uriel is deceived by Satan early in the poem. Better to reign in heaven than serve in Satan defense. Better to reign in heaven, hell than serve in heaven. Book first. नर्क में राज करना स्वर्ग में सेवा करने से बेहतर है. Satan's fall. Hail horrors. Hail infernal world. नरक को शुभकामनाएं. नरक की दुनिया को शुभकामनाएं. On free will. What through the field be lost, all is not lost. The unconquerable will and study of revenge, immortal hate and courage, never to submit or yield. Book first. स्वतंत्र इच्छा पर अगर युद्ध हार भी जाए तो कुछ नहीं खोया. अनवरत इच्छा, बदला लेने की भावना, अमर घृणा और हार ना मानने का साहस. गॉड जस्टिस, हु कैन डिनाई दैट ऑल दिस मस्ट बी डन बाय वर्चू और फ्री विल. बुक थर्ड. ईश्वर का न्याय, क्या कोई यह नहीं कह सकता कि यह सब स्वतंत्र इच्छा के कारण किया गया है. और नॉलेज, फॉर मैन विल hearken to his closing lies and how he fell into sin, but God's will who is to be obeyed in just. Book third. मनुष्य उसकी चमकदार झूठों को सुनेगा और कैसे वह पाप में गिरा, लेकिन ईश्वर का इरादा जिसे पालन किया जाना चाहिए सही है. क्रिएशन ऑफ मैन, लेट अस मेक मैन इन आवर इमेज, मैन इज आवर लाइकनेस. बुक 7. हम मनुष्य को अपने स्वरूप में बनाएंगे, मनुष्य हमारी समानता में. On Saturn's pride, the mind is its own place and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Book first. मन अपना स्थान है और स्वर्ग में नर्क को और स्वयं में नर्क को स्वर्ग बना सकता है और स्वर्ग को नर्क बना सकता है। द फॉल ऑफ मैन फर्स्ट डिसओबीडियंस एंड द फ्रूट ऑफ दैट फॉरबिडन ट्री whose mortal taste brought death into the world and all are वो। बुक फर्स्ट। मनुष्य की पहली अवज्ञा और उस निषिद्ध वृक्ष का फल जिसका मृत्यु का स्वाद दुनिया में लाया और हमारे सभी दुख को। Saturn's reflections. What if the choice be mine? अगर चुनाव मेरा हो, Adam lament, was I to have never parted from my side, and I to have never called thee dear. Book 9. क्या मुझे कभी भी तुम्हारे पास न रहना चाहिए था और मुझे तुम्हें कभी भी प्रिय न कहना चाहिए था? Eve temptation. Nothing is good or evil, but thinking makes it so. कुछ भी अच्छा या बुरा नहीं है, लेकिन सोच ही इसे ऐसा बना देती है। Saturn deception. Saturn का छल। Hell, holy light, offspring of human firstborn or of the eternal beam. Book third. नमस्कार पवित्र प्रकाश, स्वर्ग का पहले जन्मा या शाश्वत प्रकाश का। The fall of Saturn. How deep I find my place in hell. मैं नर्क में अपनी जगह पाकर बहुत गहरा महसूस कर रहा हूँ। On God's love, man shall not quite be lost, but saved who will. मनुष्य पूरी तरह से खोया नहीं जाएगा, पर जो चाहेगा उसे बचा लिया जाएगा। The role of angels. Angels are brighter than the sun and greater in power, but less in nature. देवदूत सूरज से अधिक उज्जवल होते हैं और शक्ति में महान होते हैं, परंतु स्वभाव में कम होते हैं। Adam on the tree of knowledge. The tree of knowledge grew fast and it was fair to see. Book 4. ज्ञान का वृक्ष तेजी से बढ़ा और वह देखने में सुंदर था। Eve justification. For she had sought to know the meaning of good and evil. Book 9. क्योंकि उसने अच्छा और बुरा जानने की कोशिश की थी। God's warning. To the serpent be confounded, who will his guile straight up with envy and revenge deceived the mother and mankind. Book 10. सांप को लज्जित किया जाए जिसने चालाकी से घृणा और बदला लेने से मानवता की माता को धोखा दिया। The son sacrifice. For man all will hearken to his glozing lies and how he fell into sin, but God's will, who is to be obeyed in just. Book 3. मनुष्य उसकी चमकदार झूठों को सुनेगा और वह कैसे पाप में गिरा, लेकिन ईश्वर का इरादा जिसे पालन किया जाना चाहिए था सही है। The promise of redemption. I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Book 10. अगर मैं तेरे और महिला के बीच शत्रुता डालूंगा तो और तेरे वंश और उसकी संतान के बीच वह तेरा सिर कुचल देगा और तू उसके एड़ी को डसलेगा। पैराडाइज लॉस्ट के मुख्य विचार जैसे कि स्वतंत्र इच्छा, पाप, न्याय और उद्धार जो इस महाकाव्य के केंद्र में है। Here are the 12 books of Paradise Lost. Book first. The fall of Saturn and the council of in hell. After being cast out of human, Saturn and his fallen angels find themselves in hell. Saturn gathers his followers and proposes a plan for revenge. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Book 2. The council in hell and Saturn's journey. In Pandemonium, Saturn's followers discuss their next move. Saturn decides to travel to Earth to corrupt God's new creation, humanity. Awake, arise, or be forever fallen. Book 3. God's omniscience and the Son sacrifice. God forces man's fall but affirms humanity's free will. The Son of God offers himself as a sacrifice to redeem humanity. Man shall not quite be lost but saved, who will? Book 4, Satan's entry into Eden. Satan reaches Eden and species on Adam and Eve, envying their innocence and happiness. The mind is its own place and in itself can make a heaven of hell and hell of heaven. Book 5, Raphael's warning to Adam and Eve. The angel Raphael visits Adam and Eve, warning them about Satan's intention and advising obedience to God. To know and yet to learn as much as may be known is my first care. Book 6, The War in Heaven. Raphael recounts the celestial battle between God's angels and Satan's forces, leading to Satan's ultimate defeat. Who overcome by force had overcome but half his foe. Book 7, The Creation of the World. Raphael narrates how does created the world and humanity, emphasizing the beauty and harmony and creation. Let there be light, and light was over all. Adam and Eve's early life, Book 8. Adam shares his experience and awakening and his first encounter with Eve. He questions Raphael about the universe, hail wedded love, mysterious law, true source of human offspring. The temptation of and fall, Book number 9. Satan disguised as a serpent tempts Eve and Eve to eat the forbidden fruit. Eve succumbs and Adam, out of love or for her, follows suit. Earth felt the wound, and nature, for her sighing through all her work, gave signs of woe. Book number 10, The Consequences of Fall. The Fall. God punishes Adam and Eve for their disobedience but promises redemption through the Son. Satan returns to hell triumphant. In the sweet of thy face, said thou ear, eat bread. Book 11, Adam's Vision of the Future. The angel Michael shows Adam the future of humanity filled with suffering, toil, and eventual hope for redemption. The sorrow I will greatly multiply. The expulsion of from Eden, book number 12. Adam and Eve are banished from Eden. However, they live with hope, trusting and God's plan for salvation. Some natural tears they dropped but wiped them soon. The world was before them. The book 12. The 12 books of Paradise Lost depicts the fall of Satan, the temptation of humanity, and the eventual promise of redemption through themes of free will, obedience, and divine justice. Milton presents a narrative of loss and hope that resonates deeply with spiritual and philosophical inquiry. Now, practice time. I hope you are a serious applicant. Please ensure you have a pen and paper ready to take notes or complete your assessment accurately. Question number first, Paradise Lost was published in which year? Option A, 1667. Paradise Lost was first published in 1667 in 10 books. How many books are in the final version of Paradise Lost? Option C, 12. The final version of Paradise Lost contained 12 books which was published in 1674. Who is the central character of Paradise Lost? Option B, Saturn. While Adam and Eve are central figures, Saturn is considered the main character in the narrative. Who is the author of Paradise Lost? Option C, John Milton. Which language was Paradise Lost originally written in? Option B, English. Paradise Lost was originally written in English. What is the primary theme of Paradise Lost? Option B, the fall of man. The primary theme of Paradise Lost is the fall of mankind, focusing on Adam and Eve disobedience. Which literary device is prominently used in Paradise Lost? Option B, epic simile. Epic simile are one of the prominent literary devices in used Paradise Lost. Which of the following is not a key character in Paradise Lost? Saturn, God, Beelzebub. Option D, Hamlet. Hamlet is not a character in Paradise Lost. It is from Shakespeare's play Hamlet. Paradise Lost is an epic poem. In what form? Option 9. B. Narrative. Paradise Lost is a narrative epic poem. What does Satan famously declare in Paradise Lost? Option A. Better to reign in hell and serve in heaven. This is one of Satan's most famous line, reflecting his rebellious nature. Who is Satan's chief ally in Paradise Lost? Option A. Beelzebub. Beelzebub is Satan's chief ally and second in command. What is the first character to speak in Paradise Lost? Option B. A. Satan. Satan is the first character to speak in Paradise Lost. Who is Adam's companion in Paradise Lost? Option A. Eve. Eve is Adam's companion in the Garden of Eden. Who is the archangel that warns Adam and Eve? Option B. Raphael. Raphael is the archangel who warns Adam and Eve in Paradise Lost. Which angel leads the rebel forces against God? Option B. Saturn. Saturn leads the rebellion against God and it is the leader of the fallen angels. Who is the Son of God in Paradise Lost? Option A. Jesus Christ. The Son of God is Paradise Lost is portrayed as Jesus Christ. Who is the angel that delivers God's warning to Adam and Eve? Michael. Option D. Michael is the angel who delivers God's warning to Adam and Eve. Which angel is described as the warrior angel in Paradise Lost? Option B. Michael. Michael is depicted as the warrior angel in the poem, leading the heavenly forces. Who represents human innocence and purity in Paradise Lost? Option A. Adam. Adam represents human innocence and purity before the fall. Who is the first to fall from grace in Paradise Lost? Option A. Satan. Satan is the first to fall from grace in Paradise Lost. In which place does the action of Paradise Lost primarily occur? Option A. Hell. The action of Paradise Lost primarily takes place in hell, especially after Satan's fall. What event triggers the fall of Satan and his followers? Option A. The rebellion against God. The rebellion of against the Satan and his followers against God leads to their fall. What is Satan's plan to corrupt God's creation? Option B. To seduce Eve. Satan's plan to corrupt God's creation involves seducing Eve to eat the forbidden fruit. What is the setting of the poem's opening scene? Option B. Pandemonium. The poem opens with a scene in Pandemonium, the capital of hell. How does Satan feel after his fall from heaven? Option C. Angry and vengeful. After his fall, Satan feels vengeful and angry, plotting revenge against God, who offers guidance and counsel to Adam in Paradise Lost. Option B. Raphael. Raphael offers counsel and guidance to Adam in Paradise Lost. What is the significance of the tree of knowledge in Paradise Lost? It represents forbidden knowledge. The tree of knowledge is symbolic of forbidden knowledge and disobedience. What is the result of Adam and Eve eating the forbidden fruit? Option B. They are cast out of Eden. Adam and Eve disobedience result in their expulsion from Eden. What is Satan's final fate at the end of Paradise Lost? Option C. Eternal punishment in hell. Satan's final fate in eternal punishment in hell. How does Paradise Lost end? With Adam and Eve being expelled from Eden. The poem ends with Adam and Eve leaving Eden with a sense of hope for redemption. What major theme is explored in Paradise Lost? Option A, free will versus predestination. One of the major themes in Paradise Lost is the struggle between free will and God predestination. Which literary device is most commonly used in Paradise Lost? Option A, allegory. Paradise Lost is rich in allegorical elements, especially with its portrayal of good versus evil. Which epic simile is used in Paradise Lost to describe Satan? Option A, as a lion in a cave. Satan is described as an epic simile as a lion in a cave. What is the purpose of the pandemonium in Paradise Lost? Option B, it is the capital of hell. Pandemonium is the capital of hell, representing chaos and rebellion. Which biblical event does Paradise Lost focus on? Option A, the fall of Adam and Eve. The central biblical event in Paradise Lost is the fall of Adam and Eve. What role does fate play in Paradise Lost? It decides the ultimate outcome for humanity. Fate plays a significant role in deciding the ultimate destiny of Adam, Eve, and humanity. How does Milton portray the concept of free will in the poem? As a gift from God. Milton portrays free will as a divine gift, giving human an ability to choose between good and evil. Which of the following is an important aspect of Paradise Lost? The portrayal of Satan and as a tragic hero. Option A. One key aspect of Paradise Lost is Satan's portrayal as a tragic hero, making the poem complex and morality ambiguous. Which theme is most emphasized in the fall of Adam and Eve? Option B, the dangers of knowledge. The fall of Adam and Eve emphasizes the dangers of acquiring forbidden knowledge. Which literary tradition does Paradise Lost follow? Option B, classical and tradition. Classical epic tradition. Paradise Lost follows the classical epic tradition inspired by works like Homer's Iliad and Virgil Aeneid. What event in Milton's life influenced the writing of Paradise Lost? Option B, his blindness. Milton's blindness deeply influenced the composition of Paradise Lost as he dictated the poem to a scribe. Which of the following is a key source of inspiration for Paradise Lost? Option B, the Bible. The Bible, particularly the story of the fall of man, is the primary source of inspiration for Paradise Lost. Which of these did Milton believe about the nature of Saturn? Option C, Saturn was a tragic hero. Milton presents Saturn as a tragic hero, emphasizing his pride, rebellion, and eventual downfall. Which work did Milton write before Paradise Lost? Option A, Areopagitica. Areopagitica was written before Paradise Lost, advocating for the freedom of the press. What was Milton's religious view that influenced Paradise Lost? Option A, Puritanism. Milton was a Puritan and his religious views significantly influenced the themes and ideas in Paradise Lost. How does Paradise Lost reflect the political context of Milton's time? Option A, through its anti monarchical themes. Paradise Lost reflects Milton's political activism, including his anti monarchical stance and support to republicanism. Which literary movement is most associated with Paradise Lost? Option A, Romanticism. Milton was not directly associated with Romanticism. The Romantic movement later embraced Paradise Lost due to its portrayal of the individual and the rebellious spirit of Satan. In Paradise Lost, how does God react to the rebellion in heaven? Option C, by casting Satan and his followers into hell. God's reaction to the rebellion is to cast Satan and his followers into hell as punishment. What is the main message of Paradise Lost? Option C, the consequences of disobedience and the path to redemption. The main message of Paradise Lost is that disobedience leads to suffering, but there is hope for redemption. Which of the following best describe the style of Milton's writing in Paradise Lost? Classical and formal. Milton's writing in Paradise Lost is classical, formal, and highly stylized, with elaborate use of language and structure. Paradise Lost concludes with a reflection on the consequences of disobedience and the possibility of redemption. Its relevance today lies in the exploration of free will, responsibility, and the nature of rebellion. It's in an age of rapid technological advancement. Debates about knowledge, power, and ethical boundaries echo the theme of poem, especially regarding the consequences of unchecked human ambition. The battle between good and evil, portrayed through Satan's defense and mankind's fall, mirrors modern societal struggle over justice, authority, and the pursuit of truth, making Milton's work timeless and its exploration of human nature. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned for more informative content and make sure to hit the bell icon. Never miss an update. See you in the next video. Keep exploring, keep learning. Thank you. Thank you so much.